Hey, it is me, Ginger, and I'm back with another book review. You can tell I'm in business because I'm wearing my brainy specs and I've got my glass of wine. Today, we're going to be talking about a book called His Word by Lilian Monroe. Now, this is the third book in Lilian Monroe's Protector series. I haven't actually read the other ones, I'm going to admit, but I have read a lot of Lilian Monroe's work. She's actually one of my favourite authors. She's written a bunch of different series. She was most famous for like the Knocked Up series. She's just recently been writing some fantastic books about the princes, so to speak. So she invented a fictional principality that's sort of halfway between Canada and America, and there are the princes there, and she does like a contemporary retelling of the classical fairy tales, which is a very over-trodden genre, but she manages to breathe fresh life into it in a way that I've never seen. Especially the later books in the series like get really, really good in terms of like the emotional depth and darkness. I like them a lot, but that's not really my chosen genre. When it comes to the books that I read for fun, I am really, really into romantic suspense. I write romantic suspense, and I read romantic suspense. His Word is one of the best examples of romantic suspense that I've read in years. So it's book 3 in the Protector series. I haven't read the other two, I'm going to say, but this book, it hits all of the beats. What I will say about Lilian Monroe is, if nothing else, she's a very adept author. She knows her stuff. She's done her research. She hits the beats perfectly. So this is about a CIA agent called Freddie Finch, and perhaps my only criticism of this book is the fact that Freddie Finch working for the CIA doesn't really make a lot of sense, because the CIA is all the stuff that's overseas. It's the FBI, the NSA that does stuff domestically. Anyway, overlooking that, Freddie Finch is an undercover agent. He is pursuing this shady guy, and it just turns out that his first love, Haley, who's a fantastically talented painter, is working for the guy he is investigating. And therein lies like the crux and the conflict of the story. Is this guy legit and he's sponsoring Haley because she's a wonderfully talented artist? Or is he up to no good, and is he using Haley? And of course, whatever Freddie does, he's going to be screwed. Because if it turns out he's using Haley, then he's going to ruin her career. And if it turns out he is just helping Haley be recognized for the huge talent that she is, he is going to be there doubting her ability. So the measure of success in a good romance book is the conflict, and you set it up really, really well there. The other thing that I really, really liked about this book is the fact that every single second chance romance has to have a tragic backstory, and this one was amazing. So it's dark, but it's realistic, and it's to the point that, like myself, if I was writing this book, I would have probably been too scared to follow this path, but Lilian just does it really, really well. And I think because it's dark and because it's realistic, it resonates really, really deeply, and you can see the root of the conflict in a great way that I really, really enjoyed. So that was one of the real highlights of the book, and the one of the reasons why it stood head and shoulders above other books I read in this genre. The third reason I really liked it was, okay, I'm not going to lie, I've been reading romance books since I was a teenager. I used to steal them from my mother's bookshelf and read them under the covers. This book, Lilian Monroe's book, His Word, had one of the hottest sex scenes I've ever read. I mean, I literally had to put my Kindle down and go and have a cold shower afterwards. It was, whew, yeah, that ticked my box as well. I think when it comes to books, everything is subjective, but like Lilian Monroe managed to tune into my frequency with this one, because like the romantic suspense thing, she is ticked off brilliantly. The sex scene, she ticked off brilliantly. The darkness, she ticked off brilliantly. The villain, she ticked off brilliantly. It was just a really well executed book. And I say that even in the framework of Lilian Monroe's career, because Lilian Monroe, as I call her an adept author. She is really, really good at like ticking all the boxes and doing romance right. This book stood head and shoulders above the rest for me. I will have to go and check out her other two books in the Protector series, but I loved it. I really, really loved it. So I'm sitting here giving enthusiastic thumbs up. If anybody's been watching my reviews and is like, who's this British guy who actually reads so many romance books? I like romance books. But you know what? If you want to read a romance book that like is one of the best representations of the genre, romantic suspense, pick this one up. You're not going to be disappointed. And if you are, you suck and have terrible taste. I really, really enjoyed it, and this is the kind of stuff I've been reading for almost 30 years. So Lilian, fantastic job. Hands down recommend this book, and I can't wait to see what she produces next. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope it was useful to you. Check out her book in the link down below, and I'll be back very soon with another book review. Cheers.